Hi, this is Paramita again. Today we are going to test a new website which is under development. We are going to do some test on that using Selenium with Java. This is uh, this is a really new website. I am mainly developing it to do like to practice, software testing on that. In case if you want to do testing on that, you can do as well. So this is www.aspiringtester.com. It's a very simple website, just started. I have used HTML, CSS, and PHP. So now what we are going to test here in the beginning, we will test the links, whether the links are working or not. You know, like click here, testing concepts, automation, contact. So in contact there is a form you can see. If you the function is like this, that if you write the name John Doe, Canada, male, sub, subject, this is testing. Okay, so if we submit this form using the submit button, it's supposed to give some message. See, John, thank you for contacting us. We will be in touch with you soon. Okay, so this is a very small website, not a very big thing, but good for practice in the beginning. Okay, so that's what we are going to do now. Now we'll open our Eclipse. In Eclipse, we are going to open a new project, new other Maven. I'm going to use Maven. Next. I'll add it to a workplace, Selenium work, but this is optional. If you don't want to add any workplace, that's fine. I'm going to use quick start. Group ID is Selenium, that's fine. Artifact ID, I'll say aspiring test. Aspiring test, finish. So here I got aspiring test. See, the Maven already built the project for me. Okay, so now here the first thing what I will do, here you can see it's showing GRE system library 1.8. That's the default for that Eclipse, but I'll change it to my workstation. My right now in my machine there is Java 11. I know that one. So I'll right click here, workplace default, apply and close. See, it's changed now, JDK 11. And I will right click here also, and I'll set the Java compiler. I'll select 11, apply and close. Yes. Okay, see, this error was there, it's gone now. Okay, now in Maven, the pom.xml is very important. We have to set our pom.xml. So what we are going to do? Uh, we need Selenium Java dependency, and we will also grab that WebDriver Manager dependency. Okay. So I already have that in my other project, so I'll just grab it from there. But you can go to the Maven repository and you can get it from there. Okay. So this is Selenium Java and this is WebDriver Manager. These two dependencies I will take from here. And then I will paste them here within the dependencies tag. Here you can see the XML tag dependencies. Within that, I will paste these two dependencies. This is Selenium Java dependencies and this is WebDriver Manager. Okay, so my pom.xml is set, control save, and now check the Maven dependency. See, all these jars have come here within the Maven dependencies. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, sorry, this one here. Yeah, so now what I'm going to do, I'll just go to the project, clean, aspiring test. Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'll just clean and build. All done. So cleaned and built. Yes. So now I'll go to my source test Java folder and here I'm going to create a new folder or new package. So I'll give a name. What's the name I should give? I'll give a name of aspiring runner. Aspiring runner. Then within this package, I'll create a new class, testing.java, and I'll click here public static void main. Okay, so Eclipse will create that method for me because I will need that here. Yeah. So now first what we will do? First we will establish the connection with WebDriver and browser. Okay. So for that what we will do? We will use the WebDriver manager. I already shown you before. WebDriver manager dot, I'm using Chrome driver. If you want to use Firefox, you can use, and you can use multiple driver. It doesn't matter. Right now here I'm just using Chrome driver dot setup. So WebDriver manager is set up, and then WebDriver driver equals to new Chrome driver. I'm not explaining this anymore here in this video. I have already explained this in my previous video. In case if you haven't seen that, you can go back and you can see that video. Okay. So now we have to import WebDriver and Chrome driver. Chrome driver imported, and then WebDriver. Okay. Yeah. So my driver is ready now. So what I'm going to do, I have to get the URL first. So getting the page to be tested. Okay, so to get the URL, I will use this driver object, driver.get. My URL, I know it's https aspiring tester.com. Okay, so now just once we will check how it's coming, whether the driver is launching or not properly. So right click, run as Java application. Yeah, Chrome driver was started successfully. Yeah, so you got the URL. Now what I want to do, I want to click one link like this contact. Okay, I want to click it. So I have to click it and then I want to put all the information and I want to submit the button. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. So for that, what I need to do, I have to click here first. So I will right click here, inspect. So if you right click and inspect there, oh, sorry, I don't know to click. Yeah. So right click and inspect. See, this is contact.php. So here, I can do XPath also, or I'll just do this, because there are no any other contact link, just one link contact. So I know this is unique. So I'll use this link text here, contact. Okay, C caps. So I'll use that one. Now, so what I'm going to do, driver dot find. So I have to first find the element, then I have to click by link text. See, this is a function. This is a method link text. Yeah, so link text was contact. You can do any other way also. I just thought I'll do this one. Okay, so link text. Then I'll click it. Click. So once you click, it should go to the contact.php. Okay. If you want, you can get the URL also, just to see system.out.println. We don't need to do this, but just to see, driver dot get current URL. Okay, there's a method here, current URL. Yeah. Now right click, sorry, or save it, save, right click, run as Java. See, click the contact and we reach the contact page. Okay, now check here. See, here I told to print out this one, that current URL. So it has reached the contact page. The current URL is printed here. Okay, contact.php. Now what I want to do, I want to put the first name here. Okay, so for that I need to know the XPath or whatever of that. I will inspect. Yeah, see this one for that first name. So here I can see there is ID. So if there is ID, it's always good to use the ID as a locator because ID is the unique. So we can use the ID or you can use the name or anything, because if we use the name, we can use that also. So it's up to you what you want to use. But if there is ID, it's always good to use the ID. Okay. So, or you can use the expert also. Just right click and use the expert. That also will do. So we'll go to the Eclipse and we'll find that element, driver dot find by. If we do expert, see the expert also they made with the ID actually. So yeah, we'll use the expert, no problem. So we found the name, sorry, the first name field, and then what do you want to do? You want to do send keys. We want to send a name there. I'll say John here. I'll say Jane. All right, so the first name, and similarly the we have to find out the next field also, driver dot find element by. This one I'm doing with the ID. ID was lname dot send keys. I would say Doe. It should be inverted comma. Alright, so Jane Doe. Yeah, so first name, last name is done. Then what was there? Country. That's the select. Okay. Inspect. Here. So right click, copy the expert. I'm using expert, but you can use the ID also. Okay. Driver dot find element by expert. Now here you can see there's a inverted comma here in the country. This one we have to do single quote because within double quote we have to change this to single quote. Okay, so yeah, so we have found the select element, but in last video already I have explained how to deal with the select drop down. So what we are going to do, we are going to create an object of select class. Select country is the object, new select, and this one which we selected, it will excuse me, sorry, yeah, we'll pass this one, we'll pass this result through the select object. Now we have to import select class. Mm. Yeah, I'm not explaining this here. If you want to know how to handle select in more detail, please see my last video on Selenium 4. Okay, so now we created that select object, and then we have to select some item from there. I'm going to select the third item there, so I'll use the index, select by index. So I want to select the third item, so the index will be 2 because index always starts from 0. Okay, so yeah, so that is selected. And okay, let's see how it's going. Just check. Run as Java application. Mommy, look at this. See, here it is filled up. Jane, Doe, USA. See, USA was the third one, third option. So I gave the index 2. So because Australia was index 0, Canada index 1, this was index 2. So it has selected. Okay. So after that, what I need to do, I want to select here. Jane Doe is a female, so I want to select female. Okay. So yeah, so we have to find out the XPath of female. What we're going to do, inspect. See here, name, value, these attributes are here. In case of radio button, you got to understand that their name are always going to be the same. So there is no point of using this name attribute. But the value of each radio button is unique. Okay, so we should use this value attribute. Now I'm going to write the XPath here. There are a lot of ways to write the XPath. Now I'm not discussing it in detail now. Maybe I will make another video for XPath and CSS selector. So $x. So input was the tag at the rate value equals female. Yeah. See, so there is only one input of this female value. Okay, so yeah, so this is unique. We can use this as a XPath for this female. So I'm going to use that one. So after selecting country, driver dot find element by dot XPath. Yeah. So after finding the element, we are going to click that radio button. So dot click. Now, just to see, we can check it again. It's always a good practice, when you are doing the coding. After each line, you can do a check if you have enough time. If you don't have, that's fine. Mhm. It didn't check, so there is some problem there. value equals female. Oh, see, we did some mistake here. I don't know. How did I put this slash? So when we pasted the expert, there was some mistake. I don't know how it happened. So we should be fine now. We got to be careful when you are doing the paste or typing something. Yeah, see, it's clicked properly. Okay, so now after this, excuse me for my voice today. Uh, After this, the subject. This is a text area, so we are going to inspect that. Yeah, so this is a text area. It's got a ID and everything. So here we'll use the ID because ID is always unique, you know. We can use expert also, but, but I'm just using the ID here, just for a change. Subject. So ID was subject. Okay. Hmm. So what I want to do in subject, I want to write something. Okay. So after finding it, dot send keys, I will write this is an automated test. Alright. We'll test it how it's showing. So saved and run. See, it's wrote it here. This is an automated tested. Okay. So what's next? Next we have to click the submit button. Alright. So we'll inspect this button. Yeah, it's input type submit, name submit, value submit. Here we can use the name submit because submit is only because this is a small website and there is only one form. Okay, so there is only one submit button. You know, we can use even the name attribute as well as a locator, or we can use expert always. So here we will use name as a locator for a change. So the name was submit. So name submit. Then what do we have to do? We have to click. We have to click the button. Okay? Yeah. So save and run. So now the form should be submitted after filling all the records. Yeah, see? The form is already submitted because this is a dynamic form, so it's submitted And after submitting, we got the message, Jane, thank you for contacting us. We will be in touch with you soon. Okay, so that's how we can create our own code. We can test any website. This is a very simple website where we have seen like some input field. We tested some link also, and then one select drop down. We can say this is a static drop down, and then we tested some radio buttons, text area, and submit button, and eventually a whole form and some links. So yeah, so that's how we can develop our own code to test any website. Thank you very much for watching.